It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And here comes Berrios. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. The Franks looking to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Off the play fake, here's Franks.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass. The latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Franks. Under pressure, they got him again. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gay's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Murray. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. That's complete to Robinson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw is Murray. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Murray off play action. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Steps away. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Franks. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Franks throw complete to McBride. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Franks. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Franks now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Looking to throw. Franks toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the hole in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case,
and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery, touchdown for Arizona. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. fourth touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play-action pass, you see the end.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Taken down by Pete Werner. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Still going. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson, 49 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. will get another look at Seattle's offense.
They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Forced out to his left. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Setting up play action. Franks. And that one too wide and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Back to throw. Franks.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A second down throw coming for Franks. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On second down, Franks again. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals! Trey McBride, 28 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know. Let's just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Murray now.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Throwing now is Murray. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Franks looking to throw. That's complete to McBride.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
On the Seahawks 5-yard line.
They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Franks. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Gay's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Seahawks take back over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Open man is Myers. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
Murray now to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Murray's throw there complete to Myers.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Murray from midfield.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback and makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Murray, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Franks. This is taken in by McBride.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Franks.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
They go play action with Franks. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Open man right side, Myers. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Murray's got to have this one. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, wide open, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Murray to air it out again. Touchdown, Seahawks!
Elijah Mitchell.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Off the play fake, here's Franks.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Marcus Joyner there defensively.
Franks now.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Franks. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Pierce takes it straight ahead to the 43, 2nd down.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 2. A minute 54 on the clock. A field goal would be a game winner as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Murray. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they were looking for more than a spark to get this drive going. They wanted the big hitter, but it was not to be. They've still got ticks on the clock left. I don't think you need the big one just yet. But definitely, time's a factor here with under 2 minutes to go.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
But what about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now Murray. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. To throw is Murray.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Murray to throw. Dancing to his, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Man open is Robinson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So